for the next one, we have Michael C.
Michael C.
Thanks, Mark. How are you, Kai?
Hey.
This question could be very expansive or just succinct, but I've asked you some questions about time management, and I'm kind of changing that now, and I want to ask you about prioritization. I know that you, for example, have a lot of things on your plate. Some things like the 10,000 hours of play have fallen like to maybe the bottom, but that seems to be based upon your prioritization of what's important and what's not. I have a situation where I'm almost like a squirrel or something going after shiny objects. And for example, I have like 15 or 20 books that I want to read, and I've read like maybe a quarter of every one of them, but I haven't finished any of them. And I'm just during your development of Octalysis and all the other work that you're doing, have you developed a good methodology for prioritizing what's important and getting that done and then moving on?
Yeah, so I'd say like, I think people who are doing ambitious things get into this issue a lot. Number one, there's a lot to do, right? And how to prioritize it, and everything can be kind of important. The other thing is usually there's new ideas and new things, like, you know, like I'm already behind on, like you mentioned, 10,000 hours of play, but I started MetaBlocks because it felt like something that would be valuable and useful and also fun to do. And that was triggered by June Loaiza, a person I've worked with for 15 years, very, very good friend who's like, yeah, let's do this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, sounds fun, let's do this, right? So we tend to add more and more. And so our time doesn't increase. So the question is about prioritization. I showed this maybe 5 months ago, I think, and maybe you were there because you're regularly here. I kind of charted out a kind of like a game loop about all the activities I should do, like for you, like finish reading the books you want, and doing marketing, preparing for the client stuff, and personal branding, like things I've shared that it's good for you to do when you're starting your own coaching business, right? So I have all these things, like for me, writing a new blog post, making a new video, doing like BD consulting, doing a speech, all that stuff. And I wanted to lead that into the resources that it could get. And it's like, you define what's resource, like just even knowledge, enlightenment could be a resource, or money, always very, very, very useful, important for livelihood, reputation. And then I noticed that some of the actions I can do empower a lot of things, and some of the actions I do, quick warning, I am a man of faith, so there is this faith-driven context. It's for myself, so you don't have to believe in what I believe. Yeah, so obviously I have this God blessing thing that empowers everything, and I have to spend time with God. That to me is very useful. But yeah, so I have a lot of things that I put here, right? So the business development, writing a blog, writing a book, creating frameworks, doing paid workshops, online courses, getting partnerships, investing in stuff. So there's a variety of activities. Now, activities that are lacking, or whatever's lacking, I put in orange. This is just for me to say, hey, I should spend more time on that. And then there's a reward. So I have 4 resources that, like reputation, money, growth, and meaning. So I want to do something purposeful in my life. I want to improve myself. I want to make money. It's useful. And I want to improve my reputation because that's probably my biggest asset. So, and then, red is underperforming too, I guess. So underperforming is the results are like, I should really stop this, and lacking is I should do it more. So yeah, those are the 3. And then, so I write a chart, and I realized, well, really quickly, especially with our time, is hard if I want to just quickly get somewhere. But then I realized, hey, all my stuff starts with a few things, right? So if I do business development, it might boost Octalysis Group, and Octalysis Group makes money, right? And reputation boosts Octalysis Group, and it makes money, right? And then when I have better reputation, I can do more speeches, and speeches help my reputation. So it's like a 2-way street. It's kind of nice. And speeches make me money, right? And investing could make me money. So far I've done well, but yeah, could lose money too. And then what do you do with money? Well, I can buy ads. I had buy ads, as you can see, underperforming, not the greatest, but buying ads could empower the other things, but underperform. I haven't spent too much time on ads. I don't like buying people liking my stuff. I like people organically sharing that. OP is underperforming. I'd like to make OP even better, but so it's red. Yeah, so then you can start tracing all these things and end up being, well, there's some actions. So I put them in orange that, hey, these are things I should probably try to spend more time on because they lead to more like if I write a book, the book itself helps my reputation, which helps my book. And this is a two-way street too. And reputation helps everything. Like I said, it also generates money. That's nice. So writing a book is very strong. Creating new frameworks, that's like one of the center places. It helps with writing a book, OP. It helps with my growth and a lot of things. And playing games is interesting because playing game is red. Like, I do like to play games, and it is very time consuming. And I think I should do less of that. And my problem is I get really obsessive. So if I find myself, it's very difficult for me to just play a game a little bit and then just like, all right, good. Like I play the game and I get hardcore, and I have to really try to figure out how to play CD3 until I'll take out the spreadsheets and figure out how to win and do the best. Generally, it's very expensive in time, but it does want to do one thing that's really useful. I know that was amazing, but don't forget to watch the next video.